Hey everyone, welcome back to WrestlePop.
All right, guys, on the most recent episode of the 83 Weeks podcast, Eric Bischoff was asked about the Wednesday Night Wars, and he said that he doesn't really feel like the AEW NXT war is a real war at all. The Monday Night Wars were the real war because they were truly like lifting each other up and pushing each other to new heights, and he feels like AEW and NXT are just kind of slumming it down there, so it's just not even comparable.
I love that he said this because I think the reason he did say this is the fact that he doesn't want anything to eclipse the Monday Night Wars. Because let's face it, guys, for the past 20 years, Eric Bischoff, he's made a living off of this. He's basically like, this is his bread and butter, talking about the Monday Night Wars. So of course he doesn't want like a Wednesday Night War that actually defeats Vince McMahon. Now here's the thing though, on this podcast, he also talked about a very interesting story about Dennis Rodman back in the day. It's indirectly connected to that DDP video we did, in which we told you guys there was a rumor in WCW that DDP and Eric Bischoff were swingers with their wives. And this one, pretty interesting.
Yeah, so he said that he was partying one night with Hulk Hogan and Dennis Rodman and Carmen Electra, and they were out there having a great time, but they were gonna have to get up early to do some things the next day.
So imagine that. This is an oddball couple at the club. You got Dennis Rodman, Hulk Hogan, and Eric Bischoff, and Carmen Electra. I feel like this is a ragtag crew of just like, just oddities here.
It is, pretty much. So get this, guys. Eric says that he could definitely keep up with Hulk, but by 3 in the morning, Dennis Rodman was still going, and he just could not keep up with him. So he decided to go back to the hotel because they had to get up early the next morning in a few hours to go and do all the things that they had to get done. And so he goes back to the hotel. He wakes up a few hours later and he's like, all right, it's time to get Dennis up. It's time to get everybody going. So he's knocking on Dennis's door, calling the room and stuff, and no one is answering. So he goes and gets the key to Dennis's room, and he decides to just go in and get him up. And as soon as he walks into the room, he hears some noises coming from the bedroom.
Now, this is pretty bold of Eric, just walking on a man's hotel room, especially Dennis Rodman, because what if he threw a fit? He could have just like walked out and never showed up to WCW, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe he was doing all kinds of other things,
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, he hears some noises coming from the back bedroom, and he just assumes that Dennis is getting up and getting ready. So he's calling out to him as he continues walking toward the bedroom, and he decides to go all the way into the bedroom just to make sure that Dennis is getting ready, I guess, which is kind of an interesting choice. But he says that he got a whole eyeful of Dennis Rodman pounding Carmen Electra into next Tuesday.
So he was pounding away, and Eric Bischoff just walks in, and I'm thinking to myself, bro, didn't you hear the grunting and stuff like that? Unless maybe Carmen Electra just laid there.
Maybe so. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe she was still asleep. Who knows?
Now, I secretly think Eric was hoping to join in because it is Carmen Electra. She's really hot, right? He was probably like, bro, can I get next? And she was probably like, get the F out of here. So crazy story, truly like, just wrestling, right?
All right, guys, that's the video. If you like what we're doing here, definitely check out our other channel, 5 Minute Eats, and don't forget to give us a like and subscribe.